What's up, six queers and a straight? I'm Ty, I'm your Friday. The first thing I do want to clarify is, one, I don't actually have an issue with people who bind. It's more like those people who bind and then dress masculine and then kind of bitch about how straight people can mistake them for a male when it's an honest mistake usually. Like, they don't actually have the intentions to harm. I also want to clarify the boy-girl thing. I don't have an issue with people who want to be called a girl or a boy. It's more like the people who want to be called a girl one day and then a boy the next day. It's one thing where it's like you were born in the wrong body and then you transgendered. That's something totally different. But if you're just kind of saying you're a boy Monday and then a girl Saturday, the actual problem for that is usually insecurity. And those coping mechanisms, I mean, they're harming the community. They're harming the community as a whole, because that's why straight people think that we're nuts. That's the representation that's happening with that. Second of all, okay, let me try this. I'm nervous. I'm nervous because I guess it's kind of like I don't really know if I should apologize or not. I'm sort of torn. I mean, honestly, the reason why I did sort of direct it is because I'm sick of enduring verbal abuse from people who are insecure. See, the thing is, with Always Stupidly Fresh, I guess it hit a chord with me when I didn't do anything to you and you sort of started to personal attack me. It's one thing to make a generalized comment, but when you personally attack someone who did nothing to you, you're looking to victimize someone because you have a direct target. And I hate bullies. I was bullied. And that was my grudge. I've had to endure people like that for so long, especially in the community, because I've tried to be a part of the community, because I wanted to help. I wanted to clear the whole coping thing, so they can just face it and deal with it. So then people can get equality. That was the initial goal. You know, they want to compare it to the whole when black people were oppressed. There's a difference. Black people did not have they didn't have that kind of coping mechanism stuff. And they had hot on their side. Like, they didn't have these groups of insecure people who pretty much represent LGBT. To be honest, I was on their side. On the side of the community where I did try. And I did care at one point. But I've pretty much given up and realized that everyone was right. They're gonna drown, basically. They're digging their own graves. They're not gonna get equality. It's not gonna be like how blacks did it. Because like I said, blacks didn't do what the community is doing. That's the difference. I mean, it's just strategy, and you just have to kind of think about how the masses think like, and that's how they think. Everyone deserves to get the best life they can possible. I believe everyone deserves equality. And that's what I was doing, okay? I'm trying to be mature about it and explain it in this mature way. You know, I live a life that is pretty equal. As in, I can live among straight people and be treated like a normal person. They do treat me like a normal person because I act like one. Well, I don't want to say I act like one, but it's more like I don't have that mentality where I have to attack them for no reason. You know, the reality is, it's not that straight people don't accept us, it's more the fact that the community prefers to be separate. And by doing that, it's not harming just individuals who are insecure, it's harming everyone as a whole. But like I said, I've pretty much given up on that. And you know what? I'm not the only one. Like I said, the ones that have the power to persuade, they don't care. They don't care about other people because they're human just like everyone else. Just like the insecure people who have turned personal issues into a social one. They're just selfish human beings. It's human nature. But I do wish everyone good luck. In the battle for equality, they're gonna need it. Because like I said, they turned it into a war between basically hot and not hot. And in terms of the masses and persuasion, you really do need hot on your side. I mean, you think about that. You think about why Ellen doesn't really want to associate herself with the community. Not really. She donates sort of anonymously. She doesn't want to be associated with that. Why do you think that is? They're losing the people who have the power to persuade. I'm trying to not sound like a dick about it. But it's just reality. It's the reality. I mean, without certain people with aesthetic faces and charisma to help you, you don't stand a chance in hell. And that's the truth. And like I said, the community have sort of separated. Just think about why we have the image that we have. And what would get rid of that image? It's not yelling, it's not bitching. It's getting representation, good representation, to kill it. You can't force people to like LGBT people because force does not work. Clearly, right? Society couldn't force gay people to be straight. With human beings, you can't force them, but you can persuade them. With mentalities where they are just looking to attack, with their mob mentality, they won't be able to persuade people to be on their side. I mean, it's all about the strategy here. I know that people want to believe that it's a whole hate and love thing, but I mean, just look at it logically without personal emotions clouding you. Let's see. I know people want me off the channel. It's not funny though. Okay, so I mean, I know people want me off the channel, and I don't blame them. And honestly, I don't really, I mean, it's not a big deal, because like I said, I sort of gave up. I gave up hope. But if I do decide to quit or be kicked off, whatever you want to tell yourself to make you feel better, just think about what I said. We've been on this path for way too long. So clearly something isn't working. Just try to think of another way. Or at least try to think of another strategy. But before in case I do quit or get kicked off, I do want to make this very clear. Because I think people kind of mistake my arguments against fluid sexuality as being against bisexuals. No. It's very different. Bisexual is just biology. And people think my arguments against fluid gender is against transgendered. No. Because transgendered, they were born in the wrong body and then they transgendered, but they don't really switch from boy and girl. And so, I do want to clarify that. I don't have anything against bisexuals or transgendered people. In fact, a few of my good friends are bisexuals and transgendered. It's more about this mentality of coping and not dealing with the actual issue. And there you have it. Good luck, and again, try to think about it.